Hello everybody, today we're going to do watermelon. And so we've got a personal watermelon. Watermelons vary in size. There's a bunch of stuff about how you can tell if a watermelon's ripe and anything, but this thing is a gamble. And it is winter time, so it's even more of a gamble, especially in the Midwest. So anyway, I got a bowl because this is where the watermelon will eventually go. Now, some people, as they cut this watermelon, I've seen people save the rinds or save the little white part, and then they make I don't know, they make like a winter pickle spice, very sweet. I've had it, it's pretty good. I wouldn't recommend it in high doses, and I'm not going to be doing that today. As with any fruit, it is symmetrical, it is cylindrical. Look at this. I mean, this is how it is. So we're going to cut the ends off. There's several ways to prepare a watermelon. I'm preparing it so I can just eat it and not, grab it out of the refrigerator, eat it quick. That's how I'm preparing it. So I'm going to cut the ends off. We've had this happen before with other fruits. So I am cutting the ends off. This one got a big ass stick. All right, and then again, as with the pineapple, as with everything else, you've got the outer rind, you've got the inner rind, and then you've got the gold mine, which is that stuff right there. We don't even know if it's any good, but we're going to trace our knife down the edge. Now, other videos I've used, if you just take your knife and say, okay, I'm going to just use this part of the knife on the fruit, and you keep rotating it, you can get better cuts. You can get, if you're really symmetrical, if you're really worried that everything's aligned, and that just depends on where you're grabbing the knife. So you grab the knife, again, you're the one that has to use the tools. So you're the one who has to figure out how to use it. And you're not a robot. So you're not going to be like everybody else when you use the tool. So I'm just peeling it down the side. We've done this with the pineapple. We've done this with the cantaloupe. It's just what we want to do is expose the stuff we want to eat. And again, I'm going to let all this stuff, I'm just going to do a quick little trim on. Now this is the first stage. We've got it here. At this point, we must decide how are we going to eat it? Now, for me personally, I like it in little squares. So this method is just do it square. If you do it, you just portion off the side, right? And that's about how thick you're going to make your squares. So now I've got a watermelon that looks like this, and it'll sit nice and flat on the cutting board. Now, as it sits nice and flat on the cutting board, I'm going to decide how many deep it's going to be. So I've decided that this is going to be, I'm going to have to make 2 cuts here. The first cut, and again, this is a cut that you're going to make with your knife that is going to go very even, okay? You can use at this point, you can use a longer knife to make it easier. Serrated longer knife to make it easier, so you just swipe it, and let's do it that way, and that way it'll make it easier to show. So I'm going to start, and I'm going to top it. Just with the same topping size that I did for the last one. Now I'm going to half it. Okay? Now I've halved it. So I've got 2 watermelons halved, but they're really good together, like look, Pac-Man. Walk up. Okay, so now I'm going to do, again, division. Half it, half it, half it. Now I've got 4 rows, and we're just going to, at this point, if you can't cube it, well, do your best to make an artistic impression. But I've got this done, and we're like sitting at about 4 minutes in. You're going to pay more for watermelon in the wintertime. I try to buy the personal watermelons. There's a couple different ones that you can get, but fruit is one of those things that you don't expect to eat. If you like watermelon, don't expect to have it every week, all the time. that is the beauty of fruit. The beauty of fruit is that you're going to experience it different times a year in different places. And now that with imports, you can get fruit pretty much anywhere. But a lot of the times, like you're saying, hey, I want the Colorado peaches or I want the Georgia peaches. Those aren't available year round. And so that's what makes fruit kind of special, in that it's just a good thing. So this one was for someone who commented on the last video, my friend Michelle. And so this is for her. Watermelon, beautiful, very easy. I cut it up in chunks. Now I can eat it. Again, you don't have to cut it up in chunks. Do it your way. That's how it's supposed to be, right? I made a good one this time. Give your grocery store business. Cut your own fruit. Make your own food. That is your own liberation of saying, I don't want certain things in my food. So just do that. Like, subscribe. Let me know in the comments if you want something. You know, that all helps the algorithm. I could care less if this goes viral. I certainly don't want it to. That'd be the last thing I'd want to have happen. I'm just doing this for my own entertainment and yours as well. So thanks for hanging around. And as all, peace.